The more I know, the more I realize I know nothing. That's a quote from Socrates. Hello, this is Iron Bill, thanking you for tuning in, and I think that pretty much sets the tone for my experience on the channel here as it's really taken off in the last week or so. All the good information coming in and all the good advice and everything. You're teaching me so much and it just opening a world, and I thank you for that. So I hope others are benefiting from that. I like to think they are. So with that, I want to get into today's video. Some of the comments, one of my favorite this morning related to that very thing. And it was about how he liked, and I wish I need to write down the names of the people who are saying these great things so I can attribute them properly. But this person said he liked the way that I put everything out there, that the good, the bad, and whatever, and that I didn't have an ego about it. And the truth is, I don't have an ego about it. And I think that this channel needs to my content needs to have an honesty to it, and that is, I'm not just showing you the highlight clips of my best play. I'm showing you the bad stuff too, because I think the viewership experiences the same thing, and we're talking to one another in effect here, and discussing the rights and the wrongs of it and trying to learn from that as a pool of players. And I think that just benefits us all. And my experience as a teacher of nearly 40 years was that there were always people in your room that had questions that they were afraid to ask. They were intimidated by their peers or whatever, but maybe me. But if there was that one person that was the icebreaker who could ask the question and get the ball rolling, and if I dealt with that properly and answered the question, then the people who were afraid to ask that same question got their answers anyway, and then they would feel more encouraged to ask their questions, and then the room kind of opened up. And I hope we have that kind of environment here. I like to think that this is a safe space where people can do that, can make those comments and ask questions. I'm not going to have the answers, but my viewers will. So that's a good thing. And it's also an opportunity for the whole spectrum of players to get in here and contribute. The willing high-end players who come in and say, hey, this is a good idea, this is what I would try, this is what I do. It's going to benefit the low-end player that will say something like, I didn't think of that, I hadn't thought that was possible. And it's just a beautiful thing, and I'm just so glad that it's going the way it's going. Anyway, another comment asked about my loadout, and this is what I landed on. I landed on Peacekeepers, or I'm sorry, I'm getting this all messed up, I need to slow down. Traveler's Chosen, Gnawing Hunger, and Peacekeepers. Now, another comment said, you really shouldn't be using Peacekeepers because you're not really using SMGs. I watched you play a lot, you never really used the SMG. And that's a fair comment. And I've been thinking about that one. The reason I've stuck with it is because my stats are about as boosted as I can get them on this relatively new account. This account's maybe about 16 weeks old. Don't have a lot of materials on this yet, so it's difficult for me to make adjustments to that. A friend said put on Peacekeepers, run an SMG. I did that for a while, off and on in some of the play in the previous days. You've seen me do that. But it's not the proper exotic for this loadout. It's not going to work. I'm going to have to find something better. And Lion Rampant would be better. I could think of a few others possibly that I want to slot in there. But if I'm after movement, Lion Rampant's not a bad way to go. It's better slide distance, just better speed overall. And that may be what I switch to here in the coming hours even. So with that said, let's get on to the gameplay. I have basically most of 3 matches here. And the first one, you're going to catch it in progress. We were pretty much rolling over a team. And I'm playing with my good friend Tillman-Charm, who is an outstanding player. You can look him up. He goes flawless every weekend since he started doing this. And he's just really awesome at this. Okay, we've got the orb there if we want to protect it. We've also got the zone. So we don't really need to do a whole lot. I mean, we can chase this guy down or we can play the zone. I come out here and just take the side angle and just wait for this person to pop out. He's over here behind the barrier. He has nowhere to go. That's played properly. I was a little clumsy and slow about it, but I was there. And by the way, a lot of my play looks like I'm walking. And I don't know why it looks that way on the video. I'm actually running in all these places. I don't slide enough. I don't jump enough. But I am running. See, this is a run. And some of you suggested getting inside right away. We were doing that. That's what Tillman wanted us to do. If my aim had been better, I would have killed that guy. But this is the right place. They can't get on the zone without me covering it. Okay, this guy's down here, and I've got a guy under me. And this is where I make a mistake. If I'd switched to the sidearm here, this guy dies as soon as he jumps up. Instead, I run from him instead of fighting him. I could have put damage on him rather than run. If I was going to die anyway, at least pull a shield. That's a mistake. And it's 2v1 at this point. My friend, the blueberry, managed to get a kill. He's damaged. He can't really go after the other guy, so he goes for the res. We lose the round. Kind of on me, because if I had damaged that one guy the way I should have, we probably would have won that round. So I threw that one. All right, so we're going to bust inside again. And I drop down. This is I'm going to get this res, but look how I'm sitting out here in the open. Now, if I hadn't put that down, I would have farmed him anyway. I mean, so we got that taken care of. The blueberry covers the guy up there who would have otherwise killed me. I step out because I'm really just one shot. And I can cover the bridge if somebody jumps up. But it's unnecessary. Teammates have taken care of it. So that one went pretty well. I probably threw a round, and teammates took care of everything else. Now, Tillman was in charge of getting out of there. And so, as a player, he doesn't waste any time. So I couldn't show you the kill counts. He's out of there before I can get to it. I'm up here. Now, my problem there was I had a barrier that I could have been on the right side of and still gotten that kill. And I left myself exposed to whoever was on the bridge. And we've got the zone. We've got life advantage here. There's only one guy left. So long as we don't let him get a res and we stay on the zone, it's over. Really nothing he can do. All right, so the first pick got us the round. I wish I could tell you the rest of it went that well. It did not. All right, so he says go left. And we really struggled with this team on this inside zone for whatever reason. They started really packing in after this. I don't know how to attack this. I know he's going to come through here. Our teammate really overextended there. I'm now the weakest player on the team, 2v1. I'm not going to win that. I left myself exposed to the center. All right, so inside the same place, we got to play from the other side. The thing about this map is you do have to play aggressively. We're in good position here, but we should have just played to protect the zone, in my opinion. Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I felt like we should just be playing for the zone. Now, what our blueberry was doing, I have no idea. I think he was trying to have a hero moment. But right now, it's 2v3. We need to kind of pull back. Well, now it's 2v3. We need to pull back and protect this area. I got his grenade back there. That stops him. The wall's up. My friend pushes in the door. He didn't call out that we should go in after them or anything. It never came to that. And now, once again, I'm 2v1, about to be 3v1. Yep. And it's done. Against players like that, I have absolutely no chance of winning, people playing from two different directions and collapsing on me. I don't, there's nothing in my kit that's going to let me do that. Okay, he said go in. Every time that flag's up there, that other team was watching. And that guy knew what I was going to do. And he was sitting there at the door ready to take me out the second I came through. And that's what a good team's going to do. You can't pull the same stuff over and over on a team that's good, because they're going to do that to you. So here we go. Basically, I caused that by pushing in there. My teammate also called out a different location as I'm going through the door. And I'm screwed. I told him afterwards, I said, look, man, if you say commit to that center area, that's what I'm going to do. He jumped up on the bridge and got wasted. He's below me. I tried to get up there to him. And they're just a better team. I mean, it's really what it comes down to. We got lucky on the first round, got a pick. They weren't going to make that mistake again. They just slowed down and let us come to them. And then we probably should have stopped rushing them the way we were. That's my thought. But the paradox is this is a map you have to rush. Okay, so we've got a zone here. Now what I don't see is this guy below me. I just didn't see it. That's my bad. I should have been looking for him down there, but I was actually looking up on the bridge for somebody to come through that door. That's the thing about that map. I mean, you have at least 4 or 5 ways that somebody can come at you inside of that room. Okay, so I'm inside. Kill the threadlings. I've got the position I want to have. Kill this fellow. Oh, this is the next match, by the way. Again, we've got control here. There's not a whole lot they're going to be able to do against us in this situation, and we have a very strong third. And you hope when you have an 11 on your team that that's going to be the case. All right, so zone's outside. We're going to crash inside again. Popping up. In position. This is where I want to be. This is a free res. I'm going to go get it. It's just lucky it dropped down there like that. It makes it really easy. My buddy chases after. This is not a very strong team, so he's going to be able to pursue them. I see the fellow down here. Get some hits on him. Just missed my Traveler's Chosen shots, but I did get enough on him with the Gnawing Hunger that it pulled his shield, and he really had no chance. Now this is a situation where we're clearly a better team than them. The Blueberry and my friend are just very strong players. Okay, they blocked me from getting in there. So he gets that guy. Now he pushes up here. There's the third guy under here and we don't know it. Do you see that? He just came from nowhere. He slid from underneath the bridge. He must have been invisible. Now here we go. It was 2v1. My buddy, I'm trying to find him. There he is. He gets my res. I decide to push out of there before I get farmed. My buddy gets taken out. But yeah, we'll get it. I don't even have words for that. It happened so fast. I've watched it several times, and I'm not sure what I've seen there. Okay, so it's the inside zone. This fellow drops a Wither Horde here. We're not going to walk into that. We need to cover the heavy, obviously, so I'm going to just fire on that orb so we cannot get the res under any circumstances. There's one. I'm shooting him in the chest, by the way. Oh, that aim. All right. So here we are with the inside zone again. I'm playing a little bit better cover here. They've only got one angle on me. There he is. Now, if my friend hadn't been there, I would have died. I was trying to sneak a shot through a head glitch when I should have been paying attention to the center room. But, hey, got it. And that's pretty much that. All right. So, my opinion, or how I felt, I guess is what I should say. My play has improved since Friday. on that map. Now that is not saying a lot because I had a whole lot of space, to improve. I was down here and I might be maybe here now, maybe something like that. I am at least trying to incorporate what my friend is telling me to do. I said, look, what are we going to do this time? What's your plan for how to tackle the map, so on and so forth. So we actually talked about that a little bit more ahead of time. So I had some clear idea of what I was supposed to do, at least on a basic level. Now, if he changed things on the fly, I didn't respond to that well. But I think as I play the map more and play with him more, I'll anticipate what he's about to do a lot better. I just know that. So, and that's part of any team. You've got to play together enough to kind of intuit what people are going to do given the situation. So that'll come with time. Other than that, I was very happy with the Traveler's Chosen Gnawing Hunger combination. I thought that was good. And that's especially true because as a Titan, Void Titan that is, if I hit them with a Void weapon the way I'm set up, I'm going to basically destabilize them. Even if I don't kill them, they're going to have to disengage. Because if we were pairing up Void weapons, for instance, and we had a team do this to us last night, a couple of Gnawing Hungers, I thought, why are they doing that? It was because of that. Because one player could destabilize and the other would polish us off. And they were just, melting us down. It made sense after I saw it. So... and that's kind of when I decided, you know what, I'm going to try Gnawing Hunger. And maybe I adapt a little bit. Who knows? Anyway, I've babbled long enough. I once again want to thank everyone for all the contributions in the comments section and for your views, obviously. It means a lot, that people are getting something from this. So I want to thank you for watching. This is Iron Bill signing out.